Salve, salve tropa, bem-vindo à live. Vamos lá, né? Focar na partida. Vamos começar bem, né? Eu esqueci de mudar meu time. Jogar com essa seleção, mas não.
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs.
Seriedade, seriedade, foco.
And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. Already we're underway here. Stood up well to him there. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very...
Messi! Well, that is certainly not what he had in mind.
It was the first touch to die for, and it set him up beautifully.
played. That has snuffed out the danger. Always onto this. Oh, great joy this time. Vieira. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
There's the shot! Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. Brazil have themselves a chance from the spot.
Nem vi pênalti, o juiz me deu pênalti, ainda bem.
This for the lead.
Aí.
Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make it
Otário.
he's going to dive one way here. Could have just held on.
Otário.
Brazil have fired themselves in front.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Messi picks out brilliantly. Pressure stays on, it is a corner.
Mas já, pai. Rapaz, os caras tá com um time massa.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Mbappe! Short changes him with that pass. Cross from Cafu. Messi. Done delicately. Well timed, excellent interception. Brazil are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Ended up in no man's land. Here's a player who has defined a generation. The two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point, and the score is 1-0. And here's Haaland. Chance! And that was very necessary. Chips it through. That's been cut out, well played. Cafu. Now it's Haaland. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide.
He's got a side of goal! It's a super hit.
Eu vi nem o cheiro.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
And that has put paid to that. Haaland.
that will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And here's Mbappe. The big chance.
Aí, pai.
2 up now, and they are cruising. What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Touch.
And the shot! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Roberto Carlos. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, good ball! Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Beckham. And it's Ronaldinho. That has been cut short. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Pinches it off him. Schneider. And here's Mbappe. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Mbappe! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half.
Brazil are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Brazil in control at half-time, 2-0. And the second half gets underway. De Ligt. That's Guardiola. And it's Messi. Mbappe! There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. In with the challenge. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Messi. Beckham. Seedorf. Messi. He's got tall. He will be livid with himself. Haaland. Guardiola. Yeah. And here's Haaland. Seedorf defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Has a go! Yes! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Après 57 minutes de jeu.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Brazil find a position of real strength now. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Just about up to the hour now. Just to go back. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Roberto Carlos.
Yeah, we we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
He rises! He got the hard part right, but the rest wrong. That looks a decent ball. Guardiola. Some resolute defending there. It's a good spell of possession, this. He could be in here. Schneider. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. It had to be.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Brazil have their second corner now. And it's what? Can he finish? It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Can he get away here? Messi. And that is expertly dealt with. Messi. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Schneider. Adams cuts out the pass.
Virar
Now
gol.
looking to orchestrate a counter.
Era só dominar e esperar.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Schneider. Now it's Mbappe. Messi. Nice interception, well timed. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, good ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Shapes to shoot! Signal! Guardiola. Brazil are closing in on a comfortable win. Looking for the runner. He is just caressing the ball. He's had it nicked away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Luis Suarez. Great hit! You've got to be quick to recover this. Vieira. Guardiola. Schneider. And he cuts out the supply. Looking for options for movement. And it's Luis Suarez. And he's being shifted off it. There'll be a minute of stoppage time. And they can counter here. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Mbappe appears to be in some real discomfort. Is it his leg?
Yeah, and, you know, I think it appears to have been bothering him for a while.
But it appears he's going to be okay, at least for now. Luis Suarez. It's Luis Suarez! Oh, taken with style. It could be a lifeline. Two more needed. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 14. À sa place, le numéro 3.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work.
Chers spectateurs,
Haaland on the score sheet 3 times. Very much the man. Your reflections then, Jim? Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And expectations are rising, and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. As you can see, we've already started here. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Great defending, strong and determined. He has found a way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Just the keeper to beat! And it's hoisted clear. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the traditional Spanish number 5 is Rodri. He certainly has the sort of physique that would allow him to do the job. He has both the muscle and the brains to provide the creative and defensive support whenever necessary.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Fabio. And he was quick to react. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And these two want to come off second best. Messi. Yeah. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Yeah. He's through here.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. That looks a good ball through. Big chance, must be! Decent hit!
Que isso,
And he
rapaz.
went all the way.
Haaland just about got everything
Gol que eu
right
perdi,
before
velho.
and I don't need to highlight the letdown.
Now it's Mbappe. And here's Haaland.
Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
No, that was never going to make it. Mbappe. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Mbappe, he's got the shot away! Goal! Cruzeiro!
Tomou o gol.
And Cruzeiro take the lead.
Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his then was ideal.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's managed to get free. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! And they're at it again in double quick time!
Well, I think there's a few trying to
Ai, o
He was
Vetera.
on. Yeah, he was on.
getting starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Kimmich going full tilt down the left. De Ligt did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's Messi. Now it's Rodri. Hakimi is charging up on the overlap. And through to the goalkeeper. Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. Cafu concedes a free kick for that.
Foi nada, juiz, foi nada.
And he'll shoot here! Schneider. Chance here to counter. Hakimi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Mbappe. Nice control. And they win it back again. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Schneider. That's really well manoeuvred.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing.
Ai,
Cristiano.
o time piorou assim, você tá doido?
A quite incredible spell. They
Okay.
are flying.
The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
Camisa 7.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. De Ligt cuts it out. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, lovely feet, he is such a good mover. Now it's Messi. Messi's cross. And there's the end of the first half. So you hear the chants of easy, easy, and those are entirely justified. 3-0 after 45 minutes, and it is hard to believe that there won't be more after the break.
Levem todo o lixo até as lixeiras posicionadas ao lado dos portões de entrada. Agradecemos a colaboração.
And we're off again. Brazil didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. And the ball's come loose here. Has a look and has a go. Now, he's been caught napping. Oh, that's a foul. Which side of the line is that?
Desanimei, desanimei.
With the best possible chance here.
Chega por hoje. Aqui.
To increase the lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
Well, any penalty that finds the net is a good penalty, even if that didn't convince.
It's looking so easy, almost too easy here. Dink through, somewhat off target. Rodri. Kimmich. Bellingham. Now it's... He's had it! This time surely! It's in! And This is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game.
Que soneira.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, it was 2014 that Corinthians relocated to this high-tech arena. This the ultimate demonstration of their power as a club revered amongst the world's supporters. Their fan base believed to be somewhere in the region of 30 million people. The action has already started. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. And that's a superb pass.
Well, Peter, there's a player on this pitch who's hard not to like.
Luis Suarez! Luis Suarez! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
De Ligt. Roberto Carlos. Schneider providing an outlet on that flank. Messi! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He'll try to keep this alive. Turns and goes back. And he's had a hit! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
Cafu. And it's Luis Suarez. Romario is onto this. And he's running. And Romario! Vieira, the man we've all come to watch. He's shifting through the gears here. And the finish! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Gets his pass away. Well read. Nice interception. Going to be disappointed with that. Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
Yeah, the tempo is strong.
Face to face with the keeper. He's got the shot away! Goal! Corinthians! That was easy. Almost
pai.
Suarez really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Corinthians have fired themselves in front.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Messi. That's been cut out, well played. Botafogo are trailing against the run of play. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Romario. Closing in on shapes to shoot! He's got it all! And they're at it again in double quick time!
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Corinthians are doing very nicely, thank you.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue.
Has a shot! It's a loose ball.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Rodri. And here's Romario.
Possível.
Ronaldinho the shot. Oh, he's managed to
Doido.
get it all wrong.
Ronaldinho deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Roberto Carlos. Vieira. Now it's Mbappe. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Ronaldinho, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. It's a lovely, neat pass. And the pass is intercepted. Schneider, and it's Messi. Mbappe! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Passing is crisp and sharp. Guardiola. Now it's Romario. Ronaldinho. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And no, that was never going to make it. Oh, that's fabulous. Hits one! Yeah. And he's being shifted off it. That's a little off target. Schneider. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, perfect. Just the goalkeeper to beat. He's had a hit! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Mbappe really should be making an apology. That
Aí
longer
fica
range pass gave him a
difícil.
golden chance then.
It's Ronaldinho.
Foram indicados
Oh, that was
2 minutos
vital.
de acréscimo.
Now he's off and running. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. And Romario! That had everyone off their seats.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
Aí fica difícil, não faz gol.
His whistle for half-time. We can review the first half.
Yeah, chins have dropped, heads are down, and half-time couldn't have come at a better time.
Senhoras e senhores, só é permitido beber nas áreas indicadas no mapa. Agradecemos a colaboração.
Faz gol, não adianta.
And we're off again.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, smashing header! He's done very well to get to that.
Romario clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Ai, vai cera. Ah. Ó, Mário, 1,5 m. Fez gols no meio do zagueirão, tudo 1,89 m, 1,90 m.
Did so well there, attacking the ball the way he
Yeah.
did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Roberto Carlos. Schneider. And here's Mbappe. He's a sharp little ball here. Roberto Carlos. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Vieira.
Corinthians clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Ronaldinho.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Corner number 2 then. He gets big.
Ai, galera.
In his head, but couldn't.
Infelizmente tem que fechar a live. Não aguentei não, com muito sono. Amanhã de manhã eu faço mais.
Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 23. Vai ser substituído pelo
Mbappé.
jogador. Camisa 20.
Oh, what a ball!
Neymar.
He's had a shot! It's in!
Haaland very cleverly provided the return ball there, and it made all the difference.
Embol.
But the pass was really key.
So is this the start of a comeback? Cafu is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
He is through here. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Corinthians are looking to go forward now. Roberto Carlos, Campbell, and it's Snyder. That is a little undercooked.
Fui, galera. Tá em jeito não, tô caindo de sono. Tô caindo de sono, público. Muitas visualizações.